Hello. Hello, people. So, welcome to Ragnarol's session 4. So, the last episode or session, we started on our way to retrieve some goods for the blacksmith in Ashvale. On your way there, you encountered a man who looked kind of starving. You fed him some eggs and sent him on his way before asking any questions. You pursued some orcs, got into a fight, did some grappling, retrieved the goods, went back to the blacksmith and returned them. And he told you that he would put in a word for you to the Ashborn Unchained guild. And as soon as you went there, you became full-fledged members. Finally.
We're rookies now.
Yes. And as any sensible group, you decided to have a drink. And you got wasted and bonded over some mead and, well, there was no wine this time because Genevieve was lost in a dungeon.
There was scotch, though.
Yes, that's true. That's true. You needed actually 2 days before you recovered from the hangover, and then you decided to venture out again on a mission to inspect some ruins. The whispering ruins in the Grimwood Forest. A short inspection of the forest led to a camp. And in this camp, you found some wolves and a bear and a half-elf that looked at Saoirse. And Saoirse recognized this person as Duncan, her husband, who went missing a few months ago. Or he didn't went missing, he left the Duskwatch. So I think we will start there, Saoirse. If you could explain what's going on in your mind as you see Duncan after how many months?
Just pure shock, I feel like. How are you alive? What are you doing here? Why are you surrounded by walking wolves? What the fuck? What is happening? And also at the same time, like, with the confusion, like, a sense of longing. Of course, like, it's been a very long amount of time, but I don't think I trust it yet either.
Perhaps, would you like, this is completely up to you, but would you like to give some insight in why he left?
Yes. Duncan was part of Duskwatch, which is a side group of Ashborn Unchained, just like we are our own little side group. And after having worked with them for many, many years, he got some sort of madness or illness. I never got too much details into it, but it's a relatively, like, not unheard of to get it. And so he prepared me for his departure, and he was supposed to leave to die in battle. and never return.
Okay, so with that out of the way, we return to the moment. And he looks at you. Saoirse. He kind of looks down. He's not quite sure what to do.
Yeah, Vaseth is eyeing Saoirse up and down, back and forth between the yet to him unknown human and the elf in our party.
He starts walking quite briskly towards you. And he embraces you and lifts you up and gives you a big, good hug. And as soon as he touches you, you can feel the immense heat coming out of his body. Even though he's just dressed in rags, he's extremely hot, like feverish hot.
It is quite hot.
Unintended.
Pun intended. I think I kind of like freeze up like a little bit. Not that I like don't want it, but like just kind of stuck in shock in a sense. Just like trying to slowly register like what is happening around me. Yeah, not really. How are you alive? Are you alive? Am I seeing things?
He puts you down and he leans his forehead against yours. Why did you come?
I wanted to. Well, I wanted to find your body, which I guess I kind of did. Um, and I also wanted to, when I one day succumb to this, I would be worthy to lay next to you.
You shouldn't be here. It's not safe for you.
What do you mean?
I have a struggle with my curse. It's getting harder to control.
I think I look around. Like, what are the other, like the wolves and the bear in the background? Are they just standing there looking?
They are standing there and keeping watch, but they seem at ease of what's happening.
I think I'm just frozen at this point. Just standing there.
What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, I'm aiming at him with my, blowgun. Immediately when he went to pick her up, Vaseth's thoughts are that, oh no, she's gonna die. And when, it didn't turn into a struggle, he lost his, tension a little bit, but he's still sort of on edge, unsure of this whole situation.
I think Dio, seeing Vaseth getting agitated or getting
Defensive.
is going to walk up to Vaseth and just put his hand on the blowgun and just lower it, and then stay there and watch this in silence as it unfolds.
Yeah, there's no. It's not hard to read this particular body language saying, I'm confused about this.
Well, as you aim the blowgun at Duncan, after he's given a hug to Saoirse and had that little conversation, he looks at you and says, "That won't do much to me now."
Will probably poke a hole in you.
No. You would just annoy me.
So you say.
He looks at you again, Saoirse, and do you remember the potion we drank?
I do.
Well, that potion had side effects also.
Really? Well, is there anything we can do about it?
I don't have all the answers, but perhaps you can talk to Mother and get the answers from her.
Ooh.
Mother. You know her.
Do I?
He kind of takes a step back, and you can see that he struggles with his fingers, and they are starting to form some sharp nails. And he clenches his fists and concentrates, and he seems like he's shrinking down. And he looks at you again, and you know her as Lady of the Night. I call her Mother.
Ah. Yes, I do know her.
Perhaps the priests in town can give you a more detailed backstory. You should go. And he starts to.
One quick question. As I take a step back, like I get it, but like, are the wolves behind you? Are they also Duskwatch?
We are all Duskwatch. And you see as he falls to the ground on all four, and his muscles starts to bulge out, and you now understand why his clothes are so ragged and torn as his body starts to transform.
I'm back up.
And a few agonizing moments later, he looks back at you one final time with his human form. You should run.
I run. Bye.
And he forms into a tiger.
A tiger?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
So what do you do?
As I take the first few steps backwards, I kind of like put my hand back onto Vassit and like, we should run, big guy.
I think you are right. And Vassis will, put away his blowgun and take out his staff to, keep branches and shit out of the way, and in case he has to jump something, uses it as a vault pole. Ready to run with that.
I'm ahead of you.
Circle, let's go!
Yeah, I run, but I look back from quite a bit too often. I'm sad.
Yeah. And as I'm running, I'm grabbing Josephine by the collar and hoisting her up, and
What?
if she's not struggling.
So you have you have two options. Are you running deeper into the forest or running back to Ashvale?
Well, I run the direction that Ailos points me to.
Let's trust in Ailos.
Trust in Ailos.
He seems to know what he's doing.
We will follow you, my prince.
Yes.
Ailos would probably try to find his way back where they came from.
Yeah.
Like,
Not me praying you have shitty survival.
Yeah, it's not that hard to find the way back to the direction of Ashvale, if that's the location you're aiming for.
What were we trying to do again? Like before we met Duncan? Like what were we trying to
get to the
do?
ruins.
Get to the Whispering Ruins.
In short, you're heading to the Whispering Ruins because some farmers and hunters in the area have reported that there are some kind of evil predator lurking in the area, killing livestock, and
Well, we found them.
You think?
You think? Yes.
and you're sent there to clear them out.
Oh, fuck.
I guess we. Oh, damn. Well, now I'm not sure. Eller deg fortelle.
I mean, what's closest? Do we know which is closest, Ashvale or Ruins? I'm not good
Well,
at directions.
You're not 100% where the ruins are, but you have an idea, and the ruins is definitely closest.
Hey,
to say,
what
like-
about we fight evil with evil and go to the ruins?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Surely
if there's
it's not them.
I'm just thinking like, if I started running first, I'd probably start running back to the city to go to the temple.
like if we start in that direction, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm doing that. So, but I'm not running super quick. I will say that because I keep looking back, but I am jogging fast.
Dio is pulling at your arm.
Mm.
How much do you weigh, Josephine?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure you can ask a lady that.
That is very offensive. How dare you?
As a lizard folk, you can.
You literally answer.
Yeah, the lizard
Hey.
folk just don't know.
Don't give a fuck.
That's a good question. Hold on. Important information for survival.
Not a lot. No. How much can you lift?
248 lbs.
Way lower.
And I'm currently carrying like 26, so I got like 220 carrying capacity free.
Josephine weighs 138 limbs.
Yeah, so you're waving behind Vassal like a flag at the moment.
Oh my god.
She always was a twig.
Yeah.
You can hear from some distant to the side. You can hear, "I have your scent. You can't escape me."
Let's go. I keep running. Are they still standing where we left, or have they moved?
The werewolves?
Yeah.
No, they're standing still.
Okay. Just for cinematic effect, just before I like go out of sight, I like turn around, stand still, look, and then I keep running. Dramatically, goodbye.
Saoirse, let's go. Come on.
Jesus Christ, Dio, I'm coming. I'm confused and sad.
And in danger.
That's like every day.
So as you're running, as goes a few minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, and you're nearing the end of the forest. And suddenly, something pounces out of the bushes. And a tiger lands on top of Saoirse.
Whoa, what the? Help!
Where the help, Dio? Shit.
I'm readying my bow.
He jumps at you with his paws to your chest, and the sheer weight of the tiger just knocks you prone, and he's standing over you with his claws digging into your chest
Does he seem like
through
he's,
your arbor.
Her?
What?
Does it
What?
seem like
Through
he's
my
like
arm.
going in for an attack?
No, he doesn't bite, but as he pushes you down and the claws dig into your chest, he just leans in and growls.
I'm sorry, that cut out for me.
Yeah,
He growls.
he growls at you. And once again, even in tiger form, he leans his forehead against yours.
Ooh.
And he retrieves his claws and vanishes in the forest again.
I pat him just really quickly before he goes.
I'm
And I-
sorry, I'm so confused right now. Am I the only one?
No.
No.
What?
I'm on top of Bassett.
Still on the
I'm
ground,
like,
starfish.
no.
I'm like, as the tiger pounces away into the forest, Vassis comes diving over Saoirse, in a motion to tackle, but misses and topples over on the other side.
I think I'm just laying there like, oh my god. What the fuck is happening?
You know-
DM,
Yep.
can I try and get his scent as well?
Yeah, sure.
Countersent.
Counters.
Would that be a perception or a survival check to recognize it later?
Perception.
That's a 19.
All right. You get his scent.
You guys are weird.
As you know, it's a predator thing.
Indeed.
Oh, that gave me the ick.
Saoirse,
And
get
that's
up right now and explain exactly what's going on.
I don't
Come
know.
on.
What
Do you
the
think I know
hell?
why he's turned into a tiger? Well, I mean, I have an idea, but like, maybe we should go to the temple first.
Oh, you need to pray on this, do you?
He literally said to go to the temple and ask questions. Also, yes, I absolutely do need to pray. What do you mean?
Shame.
That's like all I do.
Why would his mother be at the temple?
I don't know. I never met his mom. He means my god.
Yeah, but surely
His
we can
mother-
talk about this on the way.
He's the son of a god.
I don't know.
What?
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Questions
I mean-
answered, yes.
in this
It
moment.
doesn't seem like he's fully lost himself.
No.
In this moment, you notice that you bleed Saoirse. You lose 10 hit points.
Oh, 10? Bitch, okay. I hurt. Let's go.
Are you okay?
I
Genevieve
have like
runs up and
just like 4 like stab wounds on my chest.
oh my god. And your armor, no! Oh,
Yeah.
terrible.
As
She
you
pats you down like a little bit to try and like clean off some of the blood, and you get some hit points back. Let's give it 5.
as you stand up, Saoirse,
Mm.
you get a jolting feeling in your chest as there is something inside your body that is fighting. Would you resist, or will you let it happen?
Like, how does it feel to me? Does it feel bad?
Feels
Or does it feel...
it feels intense. It feels powerful. It
I'm not
feels... As you stand there and wonder, you think of Duncan again and what he said. And the feeling weakens you for a bit and you fall to your knees.
I don't feel so good, you guys.
You don't look so good. Oh my god, we need to get her to her temple. Come on.
I have
she
white
helps
clothes.
you.
They're not so white anymore. I don't like it.
I'll carry you.
Dio's going to run over and prestidigitation off the blood from the clothes and
Thank you.
help keep her steady. As
I'm
she walks
still
on.
actively bleeding, but I really appreciate it.
You're still actively bleeding.
I don't think so. I have like stab wounds in my chest, right?
Got 5 hit points from me.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Dio, as you help
Not
her
pouring.
to her feet, you can notice that, you know, the white in your eyes. You can see that small lines of red are starting to center in on her pupil, both from below and the sides and the top.
Great. All right. So, seeing this, he's going to stop Saoirse for a second, stand in front of her, just take a deep look into her eyes, and say, "Are you all right? Are you feeling all right?"
I feel better than before, but also worse.
Yeah, I can see why. You need to get to a temple as quick as possible. Is that the deal?
I think it would be a good idea for everyone to go to the temple.
As you're standing there and talking to Dio, you notice his bare neck and the main jugular starting to. You see that the blood is pumping, and you feel drawn to it.
Should have worn a different shirt.
Oh,
I'm gonna ask you one more
lick
time.
my lips.
Are you trying to fight it, or are you letting it happen?
I want to roll for it and see what happens.
Yes, since you hesitated the first time I asked you, the DC is much higher now.
Okay. Okay.
So give me a straight D20.
D20. Okay. Jesus Christ. Mwah. Let's go. That was a solid 3. Yeah.
All right.
I feel great.
Love that we're
Yeah.
gambling with Dio's life. Love that for us. 4th episode.
Yeah, your neck. I think you have high blood pressure. It's like pulsating.
No, I think that's just the tiefling rhythms just bouncing inside of me.
Yeah.
So what's the rest of the group doing?
I'm watching this monstrosity in shock. Pure
I'm-
shock.
Monstrosity?
With the urgency to leave right now. So, like, either I'm like halfway gone already, just Josephine has already hit the town, or like I'm just in pure shock waiting for us to get out of this forest and back home.
Saoirse, seriously, you don't look good. You look terrible, actually. What's wrong with you? Come on, let's go. And she kind of just, I don't know, pushes you onwards.
Dia will assist Genevieve with this.
Yeah, I'm just standing like a little bit ahead, like watching and paying attention, but also the body language is like itching to get away from here.
All right. So
I must have had some eye infection or something. Damn.
What do you mean?
I mean, your eyes, they're super red.
Your eyes are bloodshot.
Oh, well, I feel very sad. I don't know, maybe I want to cry?
That does not look like crying. I've made a lot of people cry, and that does not look like crying.
Oh,
Well, it
You
was
actually-
clearly a very intense emotion.
yeah, the emotion you're feeling, it's intense and warm, and there's a savagery there in a good way.
oh.
You feel liberated, and there's starting to become a little blurry, but you act on. You start to feel the need to act on more emotions than logic. And
Okay.
everybody who touches Saoirse can feel that she's starting to become warmer.
Serge,
What
you're
can just, like,
burning up. You're burning
Pull
up. Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
like my jacket or whatever I have on top, basically.
DM, is
She picks
the-
up the clothes after you. Don't get them dirty. Just
is the eye situation, is it expanding and getting more and more, or is it just like a pulsating thing inwards and it's stuck in a pattern?
It's slowly creeping towards the pupil.
Right.
You can see at one moment when she closes her eyes and looks back at you, more cat-like eyes. And she blinks again and looks at you once more, and then normal again. And the blood that dribbled into her pupils is gone.
All right. I didn't know you could do thaumaturgy, but yeah, I suggest we get a move on and get to the temple quickly because something's not right here. You are burning up.
As you, I'm assuming here, but as you exit the forest and start heading to Ashvale and to the temple, you can see to the side, 3 wolves just strutting along beside you, just within eyesight.
Like everyone can see, or I can see? Who
Everyone.
can see? Everyone can see.
Everyone!
What do I feel when I look at them? That's my question now. Do I still feel like, oh shit, bad wolves? I don't
No,
know.
no, not at all. You get the sense that they are not dangerous to you at this moment. They're actually protecting you and escorting you to safety.
Are they to
Yeah,
like one
my
side
left.
or on or split among both sides?
On one side. But you hear something on the other side and you... Well, there's a bear missing.
Right. I'm being followed along, so I just kind of like hang limply, I'm guessing.
We find a
can't
way to
carry you.
carry slash push slash drag Saoirse back to the temple.
Do
If
we
she
want to
Like
doesn't
lead?
by my
test
feet.
too much.
Do we want to lead those back to the city, guys?
It's a city full of monster hunters.
Excellent point.
If they are these fell creatures, they will probably move closer to the rift, as that is where we were told that they will hang out.
Right, fair.
The rifts of unmaking.
As you approach the city, as soon as you start to see the silhouette in the night sky, the wolves pull back. And Saoirse, you are slowly starting to feel more like yourself again.
Nice.
You're able to walk for yourself.
Perfect. I keep walking in the same direction with everyone else. I'm like, oh guys, I feel better.
No,
I think it
just
was just like
relax.
a passing thing. I feel good.
Okay,
Don't worry
you sure?
about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little like a scratch at this point, but a bit more than a scratch. But yeah, I feel decent.
Okay. Well,
Seems
let
like he
us
has a
know.
terrible infection or something. Like, I don't know what that was. It was scary and gross and weird.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but
thanks for that.
Well, I mean, when things are scary, gross, and weird, you're allowed to say it.
Yeah. Damn.
yeah, we need to get to the temple and get you checked out
I think
Okay.
by somebody professional.
when your husband turned into a wild animal, that's kind of, a big that's a big thing. That's
Yeah,
a
what the fuck?
A
Yeah,
little
I'm more
bit of an
confused that
oopsie.
he's not dead at this point.
the whole reason why he's not dead is obviously because he's turning into this animal, is it not?
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess so.
That explains why the first fell stalker we encountered spoke our language.
Are all monsters
Yeah.
previous humans?
Could be half elves.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, humanoids, I apologize for being uneducated.
Maybe we should ask Master Hunter Wayland if they are all previous members of the Ashborn Unchained.
Yeah, or if they at least know some of them are, or yeah.
And what was this poison he was talking about? Or potion he was talking about?
Saoirse?
Yes.
Rolling.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I wrote this. Let me see what I can remember. As far as I remember, when he told me about it long ago, it was a part of the initiation.
Into the Ashborn Unchained.
Yes. Well,
No way.
but
No, absolutely not. I will not turn
For
into some
his-
terrible furry creature.
for his group, like I was
So
never a part of the group, right? I only traveled along with them, and they were already in the group. So everything I've heard is like I've never seen anything, but
Alright.
as far as I know, they all had to drink this potion as part of the initiation, and as far as I know, at least.
But it was
I
the
don't really-
initiation into their group, not into anything else. They did that as a thing for them.
Yes, I think so.
Can we all agree
Okay.
right now that that's not gonna be our thing?
Yeah,
I'm just
no
feeling that
potions,
immediately.
guys.
No,
Yeah.
no weird potions. That's
Hmm.
not gonna happen.
We have a
We'd
rule.
rather drink a jug of mead.
Yeah,
Please.
I'm with the prince on that one.
Whoever joins has to outdrink Dio, or else they are not strong enough to be in this group. That's
That I
what I
can get
vote
behind.
for. Yes. Anyway, we should probably get going because
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
need to-
like we should.
We're walking and talking. I'm hoping.
Linger.
Mm-hmm.
What's your
No,
destination?
we're shuffling you towards
Temple.
your temple,
Temple.
Temple?
even though I don't know where it is.
The
Lead the way.
wolves are still following, right? As long as we're walking, or you not see them anymore.
No, they turned away as soon as you got closer to Ashvale.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're heading for the Moon Shadow Chapel.
I
Right.
would like to tell the group that I want to ask Master Hunter Whalen about it at the same time. Like,
Instead of going to the temple, you would like to go to
I
Wayland.
am so with Ailos on this. If there's a way I can avoid this, I would like to as well.
We can split up.
Ooh.
I do
Maybe.
not need to meet Duncan's mother.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to stay with Saoirse.
Yep, me too.
thank
I-
you, Dio.
I
Oh,
need
thank
to-
you, DT.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, I need to make sure you're okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, you go and talk to Master Hunter.
yeah,
and-
you guys just go ahead and go with Saoirse to the temple. I'll be quick. I'll just ask if he knows anything about this, and I'll be back in a hurry.
Should we just
I'll
meet
be
up at the
Shadow.
tavern?
Ask about the weird initiation potion.
I will.
Make sure we don't have to do that.
All right, so let's
We'll
do
meet
the
up at the tavern when we're done.
Agreed.
Fantastic.
let's do the Moon Shadow Chapel group first.
Vasif is just like.
And
Are you joining?
No, I'm following Ailos. I wanted to speak with Master Hunter Whalen as well.
All right, so you arrive at temple, and as always, Father Lucian is there to greet you. You have met him once before, Saoirse. He's a cleric of Sirandril, the Lady of Tonight, and he is in his late 40s and has softness to him. Welcome back. Are you here to pray?
That too. Dio, do you care to explain? I don't know what to say even at this point.
All right. So, Heavenly Father, whatever, how we're supposed to address you. So, we went into the forest and we met her ex. We haven't seen him in a while, but we met
He's
her
not
ex.
my ex. He was supposed to be
Okay.
dead.
So he's the dead not ex husband
I am still committed.
appeared in the forest, and we met him, and he turned. He hugged her and turned into a tiger, and then he jumped on her, pierced her skin, and then she started getting crazy eyes. And yeah, she was burning up. She was trying to take clothes off and stuff. It was weird, and we just decided we definitely need to get to a temple because he said we had to get to a temple to talk to the Lady of the Night, and I'm not sure if she's here. Can we talk to her? Do we talk to her through you? Do we have to do a prayer? Like, if you could just take a look at this and maybe fix it so we could just have her back in the way she was, like the form she was, because we would not like her to change. Thank you, and please, and yes.
Well summarized.
we should talk about this inside.
Oh, my apologies. I thought we were inside.
So he leads you inside the temple and looks at Saoirse. What kind of animal is your ex, or was your ex, or husband?
He's my husband. Presumed to be dead, not anymore. If he kisses another woman, I will murder him. Anyway, a tiger.
Tiger.
Preach, girl.
Interesting. So, what can I help you with this at this point?
Well, before he turned, he told me to talk with Serangil and get information from you or from her.
What exactly did he say? And he gets a serious look on his face.
Actually, I don't remember like word for word what he said.
And that's fine.
Yeah. I was mentally in shock in real life.
All right. So he looks at you and gives out a small sigh. Well, most of us know the myth of how the Lady of the Night appeared on our plane.
Yes.
Or the child that was abandoned by the village. And the village was lost in the night because she took away the stars and the light. So they had no way to navigate. That's not entirely true.
Oh.
You see, he bestowed the child with a gift. Well, some members of the Ashborn Unchained will call this gift for monsters. But there are intelligent creatures of the night, and well, they only fight to survive most of the time. The boy was transformed into a weretiger and was the first of its kind on our plane. And the villagers, well, let's just say that she indeed punished them and nurtured her child at the same time. So they call her mother. Besides this, I'm not quite sure what you expect from me in form of answers? But you said that he penetrated your skin with his claws.
Yes. I have like holes in my shirt.
Have you... and you had some symptoms afterwards?
Yes, pretty quickly, I would say. Almost instantly.
Okay, so I believe that the curse has not yet set roots, but it's most likely inside you already. And I don't know how to fight this for you. But I believe you will have a couple of rough days ahead of you. And last I checked, it's going to be a full moon tomorrow.
Of course it is.
What has that got to do with anything? And your ex-husband cursed you? You haven't seen him for months, and the first thing he decides to do is curse you?
And there has to be something we can do about it. Surely. Like, can we pray the weretiger away?
I can pray to the Silver Lady. She can probably do something. She owes me.
Some people will call this a curse, but it can also be a blessing. I know there are people out there who have fought it and gained control of the beast within. But it's a journey.
Well,
and it's a personal journey.
I mean, we saw the camp they were living in. I wouldn't call it a blessing.
No, the clothes were super torn, and it was dirty there, and it was terrible.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, that depends on what you value. It's individual.
Well, yes. To be fair, he was always an outdoorsman, so to say.
Yeah, now he is always an outdoorsman.
I don't think I've ever seen him inside, except for our wedding, so... Yes.
Seriously?
He has worked in this profession for years. All
You
they
didn't
do is
know?
outside.
You didn't know about any of that?
Well, no. I wasn't privy to the information.
But did he drink the potion at the start of, like, the forming of the group? Or was that when you lost him?
It was... Wait, actually, I'm not sure. How long ago? Do I know the answer to this question? Because he just left, right? He told me, then he was gone. So...
Well, that answer will most likely come from the second group.
Okay. So we are standing. I think I will just be like, guys, I need some time, and I go in the prayer room and I just start praying.
That's
like, Shutty, give me a break.
Okay. Genevieve,
So-
did they not say that this couldn't be prayed away? What the hell is she doing?
you just need some time. I'm sure. Whatever she's got with her goddess, they'll fix it.
Oh, my goodness, this blind faith in gods is incredible.
You need to have faith in the gods, Dio.
You're with the paladin and the cleric deal.
Yeah, you need to have faith
with the
in
wrong
yourself.
people.
And yourself, yes, but
Yes.
also the gods. But yes, yourself also. But yeah, well, he said it was a personal journey. Maybe you should just give her some space and
Yeah. Well,
hang
whatever
out.
you say, you know these god things more than me. go ahead. I'll wait over here. And if there's an organ, Dio is going to try to play it.
Yeah, okay.
And we don't have to go through that. He's just doing that.
And Saoirse, just
Yes.
really, really short.
Mm.
How do you start your prayer?
Do I feel like myself in the moment, or do I feel more wild?
You are yourself.
Okay. I think I will say Mother Sirandrel. So I will say both.
And as soon as you say those words,
Oh shit. Okay.
from the ceiling above you, a bright light appears, like a spotlight down on you. And you see a ghostly figure starting to form itself in front of you. Hi, child.
Sirandrel?
Yes.
Oh my god. This has been a day. Hello?
How can I help you today?
Is Duncan... Have
Don't you like my gift?
I don't know yet.
Accept it. Accept the gift, and you can run with Duncan again. Embrace it. You will gain my powers in the night. You will become stronger, faster. No enemy can stand against you. Embrace it.
Will I still be me?
At this point, I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
As it's become quite sort of a tradition, you can choose higher or lower.
Always higher.
Okay.
It's like I don't know if higher is bad or worse, bad or good or what. I don't even know. I got a 6.
All right.
Because it was just a straight D20, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, in my vision, you will arise as a wolf of the night. You will gain speed, and you will gain resistance to mortal weapons.
Damn.
You will become stronger and have heightened senses. You have always been faithful to me, and this is my gift to you. Your journey starts tomorrow. Embrace it. And the light starts to fade and the figure disappears.
I get the feeling of, because I trust her so much and how I feel, I will like in the moment just like choose to like, okay, I trust her. Because why wouldn't I? She's my god.
And we will skip to the second group.
Yeah,
So
Yep. Yeah, I'm guessing we're just walking to perhaps the training grounds.
Master Hunter Wayland is at his quarters, since it's nighttime.
True.
But as you walk inside, there's reception area. Let's see here. It's the entrance hall. And you can see the large open hall with vaulting ceilings. And there's trophies among the walls here. And at the end, you see a large wooden desk staffed by a guild scribe.
I'll go over to the scribe and I'll be like, "Hi, I know it's late, but is there any chance we could perhaps seek an audience with Master Hunter Valen?
Regarding?
We just have some questions about something that happened on one of our recent quests, and we would like to ask if he knows anything about that."
It is urgent because one of our friends got hurt.
Oh, in that case, just head into the main meeting hall, and I'll send word for Master Hunter Wayland as soon as I can.
Alright, thank you. Do you have any idea how long it would take?
Should only take a couple of minutes.
That's great. Thank you so much. And I go off into the meeting room.
As you're standing in the main meeting room and waiting, Josephine, you have never been here before, but you've always dreamed of becoming a member of the Ashborn Unchained. And you can't help but take in the scenery and feel a sense of pride as you're standing in the main meeting room of the guild. And you think about all the important discussions that's been done in this room, strategic planning and missions assigned. The room is circular with rows of seats descending toward a large table at the center. And you notice that a map of Thalgar is engraved onto the table itself as a map of the area. You see along the walls, you see some wall-hung tapestries and describing historic hunt and past guild leaders. And it's at this point, Ailos, you recognize one of these statues as your father. And Master Hunter Valen enters the room. You called for me at this late hour.
Yeah, I'm so terribly sorry to interrupt your sleep. But we were unable to reach the destination on our mission due to some totally weird shit that went down. Okay, so long story short, and then Josephine is gonna give him a brief description of everything that happened, of Duncan and everything, and even when they ran, and never leaving out the fact that she was on Vasset the whole entire time, and then obviously the fact that Saoirse got hurt, and that any information regarding Duncan or his group would be very beneficial to us, and we are unsure what to do next. And yeah, that's mostly it.
The whole time that Josephine is explaining everything that happened, Ailos is just in awe of the statue and just stands completely still, as almost as close to the statue as he can.
You recognize that you recognize your father, as I said, but he's quite a bit older than you can remember him by. And you see you see some resemblance between him and you. Master Hunter Wayland notice that you are looking at the statue. He looks at you and says, "I've been waiting for you. And I was hoping to guide your group when the time came. I will happily answer all I can, but I think we have more urgent matters at hand now." He looks at you, Josephine. Do you want to say something, Ailos?
No, he's just kind of still stuttering and
He looks at you, Josephine, and so what specifically are you asking about the Dusk Watchers?
So I'm assuming the Dusk Watcher is what this group was?
Yes. Just as I have asked for a name for your group.
Yeah, we're workshopping that. Anyways, I want to know why they're all animals now, and when did this happen, and why, and they were terrifying and hunting us, clearly unable to control themselves.
I think maybe you would get some more answers from Alariak, the scribe here in the library. But I can answer some quick questions about the Duskwatch.
Are they Fellstalkers?
No, they are not. You see, as a group of the Ashborn Unchained, it's not uncommon to, let's say, have a favorite target that you hunt. The Dusk Watchers hunted vampires. I'm sorry, werewolves. And in that regard, they needed to heighten their senses. So the guild hired an alchemist to brew a potion for them to enhance their abilities. Much more than that, I don't know. But that's the rough part.
Have they been missing for a long time? How long, like, what happened to this group after, drinking a potion to enhance their abilities to hunt werewolves is a lot different than turning into wild-shaped animals,
Yes, the members of the Duskwatch slowly disappeared one by one. They called it the madness. And we assume that's the potion that affected them in some way. And to keep up with the tradition of the guild, they went out solo hunting in hopes to die in battle before the madness took over, or whatever took over. And that's what we know.
Are they considered friends or
Foe.
enemies of the guild at this point?
Duskwatch is a name in our history books, and should a member of the Duskwatch appear they will still be considered a member of the Ashborn Unchained. As long as their interests still align with ours.
So we shouldn't hunt them. But if they attack us, we may defend ourselves and kill them.
Of course, always.
How does one fight such a creature?
Well, werewolves are magical beings. And you need magic to effectively fight against them.
Well, because Duncan said that my blowgun needles would not hurt him.
Well, then he is referring to his given ability to resist mortal weapons. You need an edge with a magical effect on it to give full damage.
This is within my skill set.
Yes, it's within your skill set to use a magical item or weapon. It's just the same as your blowgun today, but it's better.
But I can also do this. And I'll pull out my staff and cast Shillelagh on it, and there will be, roots and all entangling over around the staff, and it will pulsate with energy.
Most impressive. That will most definitely help. And if you're going down this path, I think it would be wise to make sure that everybody in your group can do similar things should they turn hostile.
Right, you keep saying should they turn hostile, but Duncan clearly attacked Saoirse, and she is now suffering.
But she lives.
Well, yeah.
From what you're telling me and the little I know about weretigers, they are extremely rare. And if she was able to walk away afterwards, that was not an attack. Must be accidental.
All right. We're gonna... I'm still uncertain what you think the best strategy for us to use to go on with this, because you said that there were there has been an increase in attacks by if you add 2 and 2 together, you can kind of imagine who's behind these attacks.
But if you know this person as Duncan, the leader of Duskwatch.
He was the leader? Sorry?
Yes.
Oh, great. Lovely. Perfect. He was the leader and now he's a tiger that's super rare.
Sorry. Yes. If you're certain that this is the enemy you seek, and the enemy or monster responsible for the attacks in the Grimwood Forest.
We are not certain because we didn't ask.
No, yes, but what we can find that out later. Yes, if we are certain, what do we do then?
I wouldn't engage a weretiger in your state. You need more experienced hunters, I believe, to handle a problem that size. Or, since you have a link with him, perhaps you can reason with him when he's in his human form.
So, yeah, that will... I mean, maybe we can try that tomorrow.
Certainly worth a shot.
At this point, I'm like tapping Ailos' shoulder because I notice he's not paying attention.
Yeah. Hey, what?
What are your thoughts, Ailos?
About what?
Well, you're skilled in diplomacy.
Yeah, yeah. How would that help?
It's suggested that we talk to him. Because of the link that we have.
Oh, to Duncan?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, as long as he's not a tiger, I think I can talk to him, and maybe we can agree on something.
Is this something we can do? Can we turn him human? For a moment.
I mean, he wasn't an animal when we first met. So, perhaps he is human-like sometimes else.
I have no knowledge about these were animals, and I don't know how they work.
Can I see if I have heard about where things before?
Yes, you can do.
Because I lost tapped out of the whole
Yeah.
conversation beforehand.
Yeah.
So
You can either give me a history or a nature's check.
right. It's gonna be a history check. That's a 19.
You're not quite certain if the person controls whether he's human or in his wild shape. But Master Hunter Valen looks at you and says, I would recommend you to come back in the morning after you have slept on this and talk to our main scribe in the library and the study. Now that you are members of the Ashborn Unchained, you have access to dig deeper into a certain type of animal or monster. In this case, werewolf or weretiger. And perhaps the Ulrich can give you some answers. So
Alright.
get some rest and come back tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, since you woke me up, it's going to be a formal welcoming to the guild in about 2 days' time. So I need you all to come back here then, and you will receive your cloaks and get your rank for this guild. And he gives you a slight nod, Ailos, and a smile.
Well, we do appreciate that. We'll try to process everything that's happened, then we'll talk to the scribe in the morning.
He would be proud, you know. He was a good hunter. Well, I'll see you again tomorrow, perhaps, or at least in 2 days' time. And he starts to exit the room.
Ailos.
Yeah.
How come this statue looks like you?
You also think he looks like me?
Just older.
I believe that this is a statue of my father.
Oh. Interesting.
I did not know that they would have it, and yeah, I just yeah, I really don't know what to say.
You should send a letter to your mother.
I really should, and tell her both my journey so far and that we are mostly okay. And
Yes,
yeah,
and that you probably shouldn't have to wait for her husband to return.
what do you mean?
Well, wasn't she still waiting for your father to come home?
She still is.
But I thought humans made statues of people that were already perished.
Sometimes, yes. I'm hoping that this is one of the rare occurrences where he's not perished but has done something too great to not have a statue.
Well, as far as I could tell, Waylon wasn't talking between the lines. He said he would have been, which is past tense.
Vasset, I think we should go grab a drink, right? Right, guys? I think we should all just go. This room is magnificent. I think, and then Josephine is gonna grab both of them, kind of like at the back, and kind of push them out of the room. I think this has been wonderful. You know, we got all this information, and she's just gonna keep talking until they're at the bar.
Pretty fair. Yeah.
And Vassis will like go on and said, and you should include in the letter that your father is well known. Because if he is not at your home city, he should be. After all, there's a statue of him here.
Well, I mean, there have always been stories flourishing around him or about him. But yeah, I should definitely write home about it.
Oh, and also, I'm sorry. I think it's the correct thing to say in these circumstances. For your
Well,
loss.
we don't we still don't know. I'm holding on hope.
Of course, of course.
But thank you. If so. It means a lot.
What was your father's name?
It was Orwin.
Orwin of the Fair Isles.
Yeah, or Orwin Valenwood.
Alright.
And I just like start drinking a little bit from
I'm sure if you
a jug of meat.
want to hear some memories of him, you know, Master Hunter Waylon seemed to know him.
He
I
also
will,
said that. He also said that legends or these stories tend to flow freely here at the Drunken Drake Tavern. You can ask around here.
I will certainly ask around later. Tonight I think I will just relax, having seen like reminiscence of my father, and I will be better prepared to talk about whatever has occurred to him tomorrow.
I don't understand why you would wait, but that's okay.
You know,
There's another thing that I've been thinking about, if you don't mind.
go ahead.
What's the other thing?
It occurred to me that Dio is one of the only people that calls you Prince. And since we left Felspire, you have not introduced yourself as such. Is there a reason behind this?
I don't really see myself as Prince yet. You know, that's kind of why I agreed on that night to go out and seek out this guild to maybe get a better sense of being worthy as a prince, you know?
But Ailos, Prince is like the pre-title to something great, you know? It's like when you're preparing to become something, that's when you use the title Prince. It's literally next in line. It's what it means.
Well,
You can hear a small knock. And the receptionist pops in to the main meeting room. I don't mean to disturb, but it's quite late.
I thought we'd
Can you
already
perhaps-
gone to the bar. Towards the
No.
bar.
Oh,
great.
No,
Yeah, sorry, my bad. We were just going. We were on our way. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Good night. Sleep well. Or
we'll speak
sweet
more
dreams.
tomorrow.
so
Well-
you go to the Drunken Drake.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll walk and talk a little bit, because when we were in Fairmist,
Yeah.
your name held power. And when we traveled within the kingdoms before we left Felspire, your name still held some power. I think it's honorable that you choose not to wield this power.
Well, you know, it's mostly that I don't feel, at least out of Fairmist, that I really deserve to hold that much power yet.
But still, honing one's other skills, it's an honorable path.
I hope it will be, and I appreciate you saying that. That is what I strive for.
Hey, Ailos?
Yeah?
Did you have to take those silly diplomacy classes when you were in the castle?
All the time, but I wasn't in half of them.
Did you skip them?
Yeah, I mean, they were drawn out and boring, and yeah, well, it was much more fun to sail and explore the different islands.
Sounds like fun.
But did you take any diplomacy classes?
Oh, no.
All right, so you just heard about them.
Yeah.
All right.
I had
Yeah, no, you haven't missed anything.
I had a job back in Felspire before I left.
Oh,
Yeah.
as what, if I may ask?
I was a maid at the palace. I know the place in and out.
Yeah, I mean, most maids at our palace probably know the castle even better than I do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you arrive at the Drunken Drake Tavern and meet the rest of your group. And since I have a sneaking suspicion that this scene is going to go on for a little while, let's take a short break, shall we?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
We will be back after a short 5-minute break, and make sure that you have some snacks and some water ready. And I'm gonna read through these comments, and you should too, because they are funny. So we will catch you guys in 5 minutes. Bye bye. So long. Hello.
We're back. Hi.
Hello.
All right.
All right. So you are all gathered at the Drunken Drake Tavern. It's some lively music playing in the background.
Who's playing?
There is a local bard.
Yeah, I'm genuinely asking. Is this? Can you describe the bard to me? I want to gauge my competition.
All right. It's a human in his mid-20s. He's got black hair, kind of a goatee, and he looks quite fit for his age. And you kind of notice that for a bard, he's unusually muscular.
All right. What instrument is playing?
He's playing a guitar.
Okay, thank you.
Cool song.
So, what's the group discussing?
Around for everyone. My treat.
Oh, fantastic.
Marsha comes up to you with your regular mead and red wine for the red lady.
So cute that you know us already. I love this.
So, was it a successful hunt? You went out.
No.
I mean, one of us certainly caught something.
It's too early to say because the hunt is not completed. It just got more complicated.
All right. Not quite sure what to make of that, but enjoy your drinks.
Thank you.
I'll get the kitchen starting on some meals for you as well.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can make
please.
food now. That's so great job, us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it late or is it a new day? I'm not entirely sure.
It's late.
It's late, yeah.
So, what did you find out at the temple?
Yeah.
Basically nothing.
Basically nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do.
All right. Well, Ailos' dad has a statue upstairs in the meeting room.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
There's a statue of your dad, Ailos?
Four.
Yeah.
You
There
know
were
that?
statues of great leaders from the.
Your dad's also famous? That's so fun.
Wait,
That's
also?
incredible.
Welcome to the club.
So, how did you ask about the statue? Has he been here?
I was too stunned to ask anything.
didn't quite
It's
get
the
to that
first
point.
time.
Fair enough.
All I ever had was stories, and this is the first time I've really seen anything of him.
That's incredible, buddy. I'm looking forward to seeing this now. Did he?
Was a
Did
great
he
start.
look? Did he look like a ferocious man or a smart diplomatic man? Or
He looked like Ailos.
Just older.
ooh, so a sexy beast is what you're saying.
That's so cute.
Oh,
Fantastic. Oh, that's great.
But wait, did you say that you haven't met your dad? Like,
Well, he's met me barely, but I have no memory of him. went away as soon as I was born.
Oh, right. So did my dad. I've never met him either, but one day we will.
Why haven't you, if I may ask?
No, he just left. Like just like your dad, he's super famous. He probably has a million statues somewhere. Just haven't seen them yet. But you know, he's around. So he obviously had to go on like lots of important missions and save the day and villages, slay some dragons. You know what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically.
So your father was a hero or an adventurer.
Would we
What
know
was
him?
his name?
His name is Vittorio Solaris. You've probably heard of him.
Is that name familiar? Yeah.
Do a history check.
I mean, you definitely heard of him.
History is 15.
It's not ringing any bells.
All right.
Am I also in the bar? Or am I still at the temple? Just so I know.
You're at the bar also.
Okay, can I do a check to see if like Duncan has mentioned like Ailos' dad like a few years ago maybe?
Yes, you may.
History?
Yep.
Well, 5.
How old are you, Ailos?
18.
Okay, so he left about 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah, or like more or less 18. Like
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
a week or two
Yeah.
after I was born.
Damn. He dipped out.
More
Sure.
dads dipped out here.
Yes.
See a pattern.
You get your mead in front of you.
Mm.
And after a long day, you feel nothing more than just sitting down, try to relax and take it all in what has expired. But as soon as you drink the ale, it tastes awful. And you
I
can't
let it
bear.
I let it slowly dribble out of my mouth back into my cup because I'm too polite to spit. I'm like it's trying to get it CC secretly and put it back on the table. Can I have just some water maybe? I'm kind of thirsty.
What's wrong with your meat?
It just wasn't hit. Do you want it?
If you're not gonna have it, yeah, sure.
I haven't even touched it. There you go.
All this
Okay,
talk
sure.
about things being contagious, you really shouldn't.
Oh well, yeah, that's maybe a fair point. I will.
Wait,
I'm just gonna go get a glass
Did you
of
try to
water.
hide that you spit in the glass?
I don't know what you're talking about. I would
Yeah,
never. I'm a lady.
Be careful. Like maybe you
Excuse
got,
me.
rabies or something.
I don't know that she spit in the glass, but she definitely held it to her mouth. But
I
I'm
did
also
do that.
not sure what issue is it that cannot be fixed, because I hear all this talk about curses and things happening, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean the high priest or whatever, he just said that there was nothing we can do. We asked if we could pray it away or if we can do anything about it, but he said, well, it's a gift and a curse, and that was that. So,
I'm sorry, but you misunderstand. Nothing to be done about what?
about the turning.
I am turning into a wolf.
Yeah, so basically she's turning into something, an animal of sorts. Similar situation to the other members of the Duskwatch that we met.
It will be a wolf. I say very decidedly.
And this is a bad thing.
Well, the Doi, yeah.
I mean, but it's Saoirse. You're not gonna bite any of us or anything, right?
I don't plan to. I'm gonna go grab a glass of water. I leave the table to get a glass of water.
Huh.
Dio's going to lift Saoirse's cup, but after reconsidering with the words of Vasis in his head, he's going to put the glass of mead down and slide it away from him.
Duncan was really fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Duncan is rare or something. And he was the leader of this party that drank these potions that turned them mad, but in reality, the guild just thinks that these potions turned them into these animals, and now they're blaming to be mad, and then they kind of want to die in battle, but apparently they can't die because you can't pierce through their skin with regular weapons. You need magical weapons. So, yeah. And also, you're not supposed to kill them unless they are trying to kill you, because they are honored in the history of the Ashborn Unchained.
Okay. So many questions. Why did they drink the potion?
Good fucking question.
They hired something called an alchemist.
I mean, he said it was a gift from their goddess, right? A gift.
Yeah.
So they probably consider it a gift.
Yeah, but it seems it didn't happen on purpose.
Yeah, what
They didn't
doesn't-
seek this gift.
What
And
doesn't
Vasit,
add
do
up?
you mean an alchemist?
Yes.
Okay. So they hired someone to make a potion for them. So they must have had some sort of idea of what it would do.
Yeah, so they were hunting werewolves for a living, and they wanted to
Oh, yeah.
be stronger to hunt more werewolves. And this potion was supposed to enhance their abilities, but I mean, look at them now. They're basically just wild animals. Anyways, I just what doesn't
does
add
that-
up. What doesn't add up
But
is the
how-
fact that Duncan seemed unwilling when he was transforming, right? I'm not reading that wrong. He asked us to run away before he started transforming, as in,
Yeah.
I am going to hunt you and kill you kind of vibe, you know? So what doesn't add up is that if they asked for this gift, and this is a gift, why would they tell us to run from them? Why are they not controlling themselves?
Maybe it's like super hard or something. I don't know.
They
I mean-
didn't actually say they were going to hunt and kill us. He simply said they had our scent.
Yeah, but that's. Remember we talked about reading between the lines? That was between the line stuff.
Oh,
It's
well,
the
I'm
like
practicing.
run part that stood
Yeah.
out to me. Yeah.
I'm guessing I go back to sit on the table at this point, like I was literally just getting a glass of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I like it?
Yeah, water is good,
Okay.
but the raw meat you had in the kitchen was even better.
Oh shit! I just have like a little bit of blood right here. I'm just like,
Yeah, have a little something.
what? I drink so it disappears. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's good. Oh, it's gone.
Well,
I
also,
just
the
had a
master...
little sneak
Yeah.
peek of the food, you know?
Oh, it looks
I'm
good.
really hungry. Yeah. It's lots of meat.
Nice.
Mm.
Anyways, the Master Hunter said that this was a mission for a more experienced group, so I suppose we're off the mission.
Well, he said fighting the Duskwatch was not in our skill set just yet. He said
But we
nothing
don't want-
about abandoning the quest to investigate the Whispering Ruins.
Oh, so we're still going to the ruins.
Well, we should, but there's also the formal indoctrination in 2 days' time, and I'm not sure we will make it back and forth in that time frame.
Oh, what will that entail?
We get capes.
Master and the Valen just said that we'll get a formal greeting into the guild.
and our uniform, I guess.
And
As
capes.
far as I've seen, all the people
Did you say what
Yeah.
in the
color it's
guild
gonna
now
be?
Yeah, I was
all wear
gonna say,
uniforms.
can we choose colors and how they're? Because I dress a certain way to enhance how people view me on stage and everywhere else, and I don't want like a dull
Dio,
color.
Gray, like you.
Dio, excuse
Earth
me.
tones.
Gigi.
I think you'll fit any color, Dio.
Yeah, you
Aw,
look
thank
so
you.
good. You could pull off anything with your red skin.
Yeah, maybe I'll have
It
to
looks
dye
really good. And anyway, as far as I've seen, they all kind of wear the same, and if they don't, they seem to be a different rank. So, but it's all uniform, right?
Well, I guess me and Dio will just have to rank up really fast.
Great plan.
Mm-hmm. When do they get the
Yeah.
red ones? Did anybody know this?
Nope.
No idea.
You haven't seen a single red cape.
Well,
How about purple?
somebody's gotta be the first.
You haven't seen a purple one either.
Ah, damn it! All right.
But we have seen people with different colored capes.
Yes.
We just gotta make it our like team color. By the way, has anybody thought about any good names?
Oh, we have so many. When you were down in the crypt, we had a discussion with so many good names.
Okay, yeah, give me some.
Ashbrands.
Yeah.
What?
I still disagree with that name.
Me too.
What name?
Ashbrands.
Aspirants.
Ass brands? The ass brand?
I mean, with all the things
Really,
Well,
that's
that's what
going
he said.
on, we might as well call us the issues, honestly.
I would second the issues. Because yeah, it
Yeah,
seems
because we are issues to our enemies.
That can be
that
one
one
way.
interpretation. Yeah, that's the beauty of language, because you can view the issues in so many ways. Like, we are their issue, we are fighting issues, we have mental issues. There are so many things that could apply to that nickname.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah,
you're
like
right
keep
on the
people
money.
guessing.
Yeah, they don't know what's coming at them, but it's fucking us.
It's just issues.
Yeah.
Coming at them. I love
Hey,
it. That's
buddy,
very creative. Good job.
you're a monster. You have some issues coming your way. Some of them may be internal on our side. Yeah, maybe, but you're going down.
Yeah, that's a really good name. I have another idea. I thought it was pretty brilliant, like literally. How about Gigi and the Gemstones? And you can all be like different types of gemstones. And well, I guess we'll have to come back to the uniform stuff, because I really visualized that you all had your own colors.
I would love that.
What kind of
Yeah.
gemstones are we, Gigi?
Oh yeah.
You know, that's
Describe
such a
all of us
deep
as gemstones, please.
question. I'd have to think about that. I think Josephine, you'd be some kind of like dark, mysterious, shiny onyx, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dio, your color scheme is purple, right? So obviously you'd be the amethyst of the group. That's
Oh yes.
pretty obvious. The rest of you, I haven't thought that far. I just thought I'd hear with you first if you thought that that was a good idea.
I mean, it's definitely a good name. I'm just worried it's a little. It has a little slanted focus, maybe.
Oh.
Because maybe not everyone likes gemstones.
Who doesn't like gemstones? They're shiny and beautiful and expensive and luxurious, and everybody loves gemstones, don't they?
That's it? Any
Mm.
thoughts on gemstones?
Actually, and Vasith opens a pouch in his bandolier and pulls out a small square piece of leather which has a symbol on it. It's a stitch symbol of a snake, and there's also a coiled snake, and there's symbols of 4 different gemstones on them. They're like weaved into the leather, which are 4 stones. of different colors, and he puts it on the table and says, "This is a symbol of my god."
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's a sign. I tell you, it's my lady. She sent me a sign, and I heard it.
But I won't defile this symbol by changing the order of stones. It's not befitting. My
And it's
god
only
represents
4.
balance.
We're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And that's only 4. You could be a snake, though. That could be you.
Well, I don't think that's... I think that would be improper.
Oh.
I would not assume the form of Varkath.
Your
It would
cat?
mean Varkath. It would mean
There's
to
a
take
cat?
his name
Where?
disrespect.
I look around.
Sorry, I just misheard you. Yeah, no disrespect to the gods. Like, bless. None. Well, it was just a suggestion. Ruminate on it. Think about it.
I think we have more workshopping to do when it comes to the name.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, is the plan that we stay here for the formal thing, and then we head out after that? I mean, I'm sure we can make it back and forth tomorrow if we go tomorrow.
How long of a journey was it?
About half a day, so it's possible to go and get back again to the ceremony.
If there's not too much hassle.
We can
That
just
is
move,
correct.
ask to move it one day.
The ceremony?
Yeah.
Can't be that important.
Just like one day later, maybe.
I mean, worst case scenario, they'll just have these doll robes waiting for us when we get back.
Oh, what a tragedy.
I
So-
mean, there's one thing I rarely missed at the palace, and that was feast. I reckon there is gonna be some feast-like occasion at the ceremony.
That is a fantastic point. Let's make sure we get here in time for the feast. The ceremony, we can skip, but the feast, yes, please.
I have a feeling we shouldn't be going very far away tomorrow.
And why is that?
I don't know. I just, with all the stuff that happened today, maybe we shouldn't venture into the forest if we have to get back at a certain point.
Are you still not feeling well?
No, I feel fine. I'm just hungry. And this
Can-
food is taking forever.
Martha!
Martha, extra raw, please.
DM, can Dio please just put a hand on Saoirse's forehead to see if the temperature has gone down?
Yes, you can, if Saoirse allows it, of course.
Hello, it. You're so careful.
She is still quite hot.
Okay. Even I thought that was hot, Saoirse. You're not completely fine yet.
I'm not into you. I turn
Oh.
away.
First of all, ouch. Second of all, no. I'm not even gonna answer that.
I feel like that's a good idea. We literally met Duncan today.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to point out, we have been doing this for a week or two. How long has it been?
About a week.
Days.
Yeah, like a week. He has been in Ashborn Unchained for several years.
Yeah,
I just think
feel about,
Maybe- Hmm?
Yeah, how do you really feel about like your husband? You were looking for him, right?
Yeah, I thought he was dead, but I
Isn't
was
that
looking to
absolutely
retrieve, so I could bury him and get his wedding ring and stuff like that.
And here he is, alive, a tiger. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't sunk in yet.
I didn't even know you were married. Like, how? Didn't notice. I don't know how I didn't notice that.
Well,
And
that's
I'm a little
something
bit.
you talk about with people you've known for 5 days. Like, hello, I am a widow.
It's a bit sad.
Well,
Yes.
you're not a widow technically now.
Yeah, not
Anymore.
anymore.
And I'm a little
I think.
disappointed.
You're
This
Oh,
was-
disappointed?
Yes, because last we spoke about this, you left out the part where you were married to a former member. You said you traveled with them.
I have traveled, yes. Yes, Dio has also traveled with the group for a week.
Pretty short stint. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
None
Very
of them tried
fun.
to bite your head off then?
No, as far as I can remember, nobody bit anyone. It was a relatively sorry, Saoirse, it was a relatively dull trip. I was trying to engage in conversation, but they were like dark and broody, and a bit moody. And I tried to like lift the spirits, but they just really weren't having it. So much like mine and Saoirse's travels earlier, it was very much a one-way street. This conversation / everyday, all-day song. They were fine company, kept me safe on the roads.
I appreciated the music in the background.
In
All
the
the time?
background. Yeah.
Yeah, it's many years ago.
They certainly do look like they could need some music in their lives. I mean, no
Another
offense, Saoirse,
round.
but I agree with Dio.
Another round for the table?
Yeah,
Yes.
keep it coming.
There are some strange coincidences here. And I'm trying to read between the lines. But there are
Go
two
on.
members here who lost their fathers, who never met them. And there are already 2 who has found traces of former acquaintances, like your husband and Ailos like your father. I wonder if there are any more coincidences like this. I'm looking at you, Dio.
That is a fantastic attempt at reading between the lines. I'm proud of you. This is a very good stretch for you, from someone who didn't realize what that meant just a couple of days ago.
You're
Well, you
avoiding
didn't
the
answer my-
question, Dio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there a question in that?
Do you also have a famous dad that left you when you were young?
Well, I mean,
Direct question, I know, but I just thought
yeah,
I'd ask.
I want to roll an insight to see if he's comfortable or uncomfortable, like how he's feeling.
go for it.
As before you reveal the result, as we did last time, Dio, you set the DC and you answer accordingly.
Yep, will do. Thank you.
19?
Dio is extremely uncomfortable. Like, you've traveled with him more than anyone else, and seen him as close to open as he can possibly be. This
Okay.
is so far from his comfort zone, being directly asked about his father, and you clock that immediately.
Okay, because I like we traveled together on the way here and also like many years ago. I like look at him and I like, oh my god, guys, I don't feel so good, and I try to put on a show to put the attention away from him. I'm like, I don't know, I'm so warm, I need to undress, and I start just pulling off clothes.
Oh my god, ice water right now!
More water and meat. please.
Martha, water.
Dio, maybe you can get me some water. I would really appreciate it.
I will do so immediately. And Dio stands up and runs to the kitchen.
Vaseth is unfazed by the undressing and all that, and keeps his eyes locked on Dio until he rises and walks away from the table. And when he does, realizing he's not getting an answer anytime soon, he shifts his look and locks eyes with you, Josephine.
We're going around the table.
You were asking about acquaintances. In any specific, is it just family? You want to know?
Families or lost ones. Are you expecting to find people here?
I am not expecting to find people here, and I know that for a fact because I am an orphan.
Well, then that falls into line with not knowing one's parents.
Yeah, but no, well, it's because they're dead.
Yeah, probably Ailos too. And again, I am sorry.
No.
And so
You
was
just
Duncan.
say that about somebody's parent.
Yeah, okay, Duncan is a rare case, right? That's something that doesn't happen. I know that my parents are dead. For good.
And that is so sad.
They are in the ground, 6 feet
You
under.
poor orphan.
Yeah.
Dio comes back with the ice water. He sits down to listen in.
Thank you.
And so that's why I won't be meeting anyone, and I've never had any loved ones, except for Gigi.
I'm loved. I love you too.
Well, everybody
that-
has history.
What about
Everybody
you,
has
Vasith?
history. Yeah, what about you?
Well, my mother is shaman of my tribe. And my father was a master hunter. But he is also dead. But I wasn't a child, or an infant, or a youngling when he perished. I hunted with him for 13 years.
Did you see it happen?
Yes.
Aw. So sad.
I saw my parents die too.
Oh my god. That's so sad.
And
My heart bleeds for you guys.
And I hope they rest well, or that.
May the Silver Lady watch over them.
Well, my father died honorably hunting. It was a mighty beast.
Does he also have a statue?
No. Ailos,
Wow.
is this where... Why does conversation stop when I answer?
I'm just thinking.
I believe most could start to go on and maybe have another round
Sounds like a
To fit-
perfect plan.
to fill
Yeah.
their mouths with something else now.
Another round is brought to your table.
Hey, Martha,
Yes,
do you have
dear?
anything a bit stronger than mead?
I think I still have some scotch after the other day.
Could I have
Let
a round
me-
of that instead?
Of course, of course,
I'll,
of course.
I'll join that round, please.
Okay, so Ailos, Dio, Genevieve, do you want scotch?
Wine for me. I need to keep a clear head.
Josephine, Jack, Vasith, and Saoirse?
I want to stay sober tonight. And most nights, to be honest, so...
All right, I'll get the scotch.
Do you somehow have to quit drinking alcohol now that you are like...
No, I
She wasn't a massive drinker, anyways.
I was never a massive drinker.
That's valid.
It's wise, actually. The alcohol dulls one's senses.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first day where you guys got very drunk and left at like, I don't know, the middle of the night. So.
Is that
It wasn't
not
the best
why
idea.
you drink? Why do you drink acid?
Ailos taught me.
All right.
Ailos, you're such a bad influence. Oh my god, I'm disappointed in you.
The Prince of the
I
Fair
turn on
Isles,
my mom
everyone. The
face.
Prince of the Fair
I
Isles.
mean, I just asked if he wanted to grab a jug of mead, and he said yes when we met. Or like, yeah, when he
Yeah.
came to Fairmist. And I see now what I've done, but
You weren't to know. Honestly, that's on him.
Ailos,
When-
are you a frat guy?
Huh?
Are you a frat guy?
a frat guy.
Yeah, it's an expression where I come from. Usually like connected to schools. But it can happen otherwise, you know.
Haven't really gone to normal school. I've been everything I've been taught is either self-learned or the few classes I've taken at the palace or the castle. Mostly it was just me attending them or no one.
As you're sitting there and listening to him, Saoirse, you start to notice that the sounds in the room are building. Just like somebody's turning up the volume on everything. Everything from people drinking, singing, talking, and it starts to become mumbling and sounds just fighting for your attention. And it gets uncomfortable being there.
I'm just gonna get some cold air, you guys, and I walk outside.
All right.
Genevieve waits until you have gone, and then she like, you guys, she's not okay. I'm not the only one noticing that, right? She's
No.
not doing well.
Yeah.
And Genevieve, you also notice where she sat at the table. There are claw marks on the table where she obviously held tightly to the table as this feeling started to emerge. And there are deep scratches on the table from not made from fingernails.
Yeah, like what's that? I'm worried.
What is that?
Was
Looks
maybe
like
that was
claw.
there? Maybe that was there when we came in. I'm not.
Oh, they're like
Ew.
super fresh.
They look like the claw marks on the trees near the camp we found.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do if she turns into some crazy monster and we have to fight her?
I don't.
I mean, most animals are often friendly or just nature driven. But I mean, if she attacks one of us, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? Or anyone else, if she attacks anyone else.
Well,
Yeah. Maybe
if
we
that
should.
happens, we must adapt to the situation at hand.
Yeah.
There's no planning for this.
Can we prepare like a net or something? Does anybody have like something we could like wrap her in as like an angry kitten or something? You know, just like
We
Martha,
got our
fetch my
big
linens.
grappler.
burrito.
We got our big grappler. And I'm
Grappler?
pointing to Vassit.
Are you just gonna like?
What if you
Watch
get
out for the
bitten?
claws and teeth, though.
Yeah.
I have those.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
the curse.
Again, I do not know how this works. I hear talk of curses, infections, and
Misha
don't
must
know
have
how it
gotten
works.
gotten it from the scratch marks. But isn't it really weird that she's not like... She said wolf? Shouldn't she be a tiger, if anything?
What would we know about like lycanthropy and stuff?
Not much at this point.
Okay, so it's not a common thing around the established world. It's something belonging to the wildlands for the most part.
Yes, correct. And it's like children's stories about werewolves, but mostly just wolves.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not much. I don't know. You said something about magical weapons?
Yes, to have an effect on the creature. The Master Hunter told us that the weapon you deal a blow with needs to be magical.
Okay.
And it's at this moment when she says this, and she's about to like take a drink, you see that the cup itself is moving on its own up to Josephine's hand, and she's drinking mead or like the whiskey or whatever that came, without moving her or without like using her hands physically.
Oh.
Yeah, that's this sort of like both hands on the table, standing up and just pointing at it.
That's a neat little trick you do there.
Can you do this all the time?
What? What now? And it's when she noticed that she's doing it, she's like, what the hell?
So that's useful for when you have your hands full.
It was flying on its own, right? We all...
Oh, did you not do that?
I didn't touch anything.
I don't know what I did. I just really wanted the drink, and then I thought I grabbed it with my hand. I'm sure I grabbed it with my hand. It's like I could almost feel it as well.
You didn't.
Is it still floating in the air?
No, it fell down.
Fell down, okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like anyone's doing anything to it, so maybe you wanted the drink so bad that it came to you? Maybe you can speak liquid.
Liquid tongue.
Alright. I suppose that could be a possible explanation.
I mean,
Also-
or it could be magic. I mean, there's so much magic in this world. It could just be something.
The last week, you have evolved as a hunter. Maybe you have been targeted by my god, Varkath, and he has granted you the balance.
What's the balance?
It's the force that we use. And I do the staff trick again with Shillelagh.
Well, oh, right.
Well, it's not the same.
He's not in the tavern, folks. Just keep it civil.
Oh, sorry. I'm not fully... I don't know what I'm doing. Bassett, you know what you're doing, but I don't. I'm sure
think
it is
you
magic.
I
Right?
think you haven't had enough for tonight.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you, Martha.
I'm pretty sure we haven't.
Well, Dio, you can stay here, of course, but only if you play a song before
Yeah, I mean
you get bad performance.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And I mean, this local bard that you have is quite good, but it's nice to have a world-class performer every once in a while, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's quite good. I like him.
What's his name?
I haven't asked him yet.
Oh, I can do it if you want. I'll go do a little stage switch if he's still around.
No, he's not. It's
Okay,
been quite on the stage part.
gotcha.
Well, I am inspired. There was a suggestion for a group name just earlier. What was it? The Issues.
And Gigi and the Gemstones.
Well, I think that we are an unlikely group.
You can say that again.
Maybe that should be our group name. The Unlikely.
I mean, it does cover us as a group for sure.
Yeah, it does.
And when we are hunting prey, it is unlikely that the prey will lose our tails.
Double meaning. Look at you go, Vasset.
Yeah.
I'm reading
Hey.
between lines.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you are, big guy.
I mean, the progression on this lizard folk, this is incredible. So yeah, that's definitely a top contender.
Have anyone told you that they are proud of you, Vasset? Because I am.
I'll join that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Or that's it.
Cheers.
Wow.
And Josephine does the same trick again.
You did it again!
What? What's going on?
Is it
Okay.
only this cup?
I don't know.
Try
I
with
don't
this one.
know. Try with that one. Wait, what do I do with it? Make it float?
Just want
think
it.
really hard
Want
about
the
it.
drink.
Okay.
Envision-
I want the drink. And then as she does it, a hand comes out of her hand and reach for the drink and then takes it and brings it over.
It's a ghost!
Guys, I think we might need to check
I
outside.
think we need to run.
What was that?
Ghost, it moves!
What the hell?
Leo is running to the door.
Yeah, just.
Ailos is following straight ahead.
Good timing, Jesus.
You run outside, and Saoirse is no longer there.
Didn't Saoirse say she was just gonna grab some air?
Are all my
Yeah.
clothes
Yeah.
still inside? That's my question, because I forgot to get dressed.
She's just running naked through the night. As so many other drunken adventurers ended.
I only had water.
Not my first time forgetting my clothes at the bar.
Saoirse, when you went outside and you stood there taking the cold air and just trying to clear your mind, you felt this feeling in your body and you kind of blacked out. And now that you're coming back in control of yourself again, you are on the outside of Ashvale and standing before you, about 100 meters away, you see the three wolves. And as soon as you lock eyes with them, you hear them howl, as the rest of the group just did. And you feel an urge to join them.
I try, I guess. I don't know if I feel the urge. You said I go by my emotions. I probably do too.
Okay, so you give in to the emotion.
Yeah.
So you follow them.
Oh shit, okay.
They are leading you back to the campsite. What are the rest of you doing?
Looking for wolves, I guess.
Do we see any remnants of like? Do you see anything of that can hint to where she has gone?
Is it possible to catch a scent?
Roll. No. Okay. Yes, you can roll for it.
As he starts
That's
sniffing, and I give him her shirt that she left behind.
That's a good roll. What skill do you want? Do you want survival or perception?
In perception.
Then that's a 23.
Have you smelled Saoirse in the last 12 hours?
Well, not directly, but it's probably let's call it for the sake of easiness, the stench of the corruption. If it started, to take a little bit of form inside the tavern, would probably notice it without realizing what it was. But going outside and smelling within the vicinity the presence of other such beings, probably connecting the dots that they have been here or are.
Yeah, okay. So you get a sense of her direction.
Yeah.
Leaving the city gates.
Creatures from the forests are here. And the scent is diminishing. They are probably moving away.
Are you guys sure you told us everything that the people from the church said? Because this is moving rather fast. I mean, I think so at least.
I mean, he just said it was her personal journey, right? That's what he said, among other things. But
well, if it's her personal journey and she decided to leave, then.
But did she have a choice?
I
Was it like when
frankly do not
Duncan
want to die.
turned? If she is an unwilling participant in this, then we have to help her.
If she's unwilling, wouldn't she be fighting it more?
We don't know if she's fighting it.
Maybe she didn't realize it like I did.
Yeah.
I say we
Maybe
head for the
then-
forest. I can maybe track their scent for a while longer.
It is late. These creatures are highly dangerous.
Oh, we've done this before.
They said not to travel in this forest when there's night.
Well, still, we have done so before, and I don't see the problem.
Well, I'm with Bassett
see
on this.
a problem.
I think we need to keep on the trail while the scent is still here, so Bassett can track it.
She is part of our group. I don't think we should leave her alone.
Okay, so walking up to a whole pack of dangerous creatures we can't kill without any form of magic, when all we know that we can do is that Bassett has this staff. That's what we're gonna do. That's smart.
you know magic now.
I don't know magic.
Yes, you do.
And Wayland said we should talk to them, not fight them.
Yeah.
But what if we can talk to them when they're in beast form? That's what he said as well. Talk to them when they're human.
Well, I can talk to animals. But
Well,
Ailos
what-
would have to be the interpreter.
What is your suggestion?
My suggestion is we wait. If she's with them, she's a part of them, they will treat her like their pack, right? They won't hurt her.
Yeah. Well, we can assume that. We don't know that for sure. Also, we don't know if she's actually turned or if something she does tonight is what turns her.
Maybe we should follow her just to make sure. Like, I'm sure her, you know, Moon Lady or Lady of the Night watches over her. But what if we just make sure? She's her friend, right? We need to make sure she's okay.
Okay, look, I know that we haven't known each other for too long. This is still a relatively freshly formed group that were thrown together by the guild and basically forced to work together. But we have become a group. And for me personally, she is the one person that I've actually known over an amount of time that I have any connection to. So I'm going either way. If you guys want to stay back, that's fine. I will make my way through the forest to see if I can do anything to help. I completely understand that there are dangers and that you might not want to risk it, but I'm going.
And I will join you.
Maybe it is unlikely that we will succeed. But in that case, it will be also fitting.
I'd say leave no one behind, leave no one alone. I join.
We don't even know this enemy that we are facing, and you want to head out to a dangerous forest in the middle of the night after all these cautions that everyone has told us, after her knowing that she might be a beast as well that is going to attack us.
Jojo,
Maybe
I'll
they are
look
not
after
enemy.
you.
I
Don't
mean,
worry.
if there are as dangerous as people could have said, wouldn't we have faced bigger problems when they first jumped her as we went out to the forest?
How about you think that maybe the reason why we didn't face bigger problems is because she was with us? Huh? Now she's with them.
Well, what do we have to lose?
Your life?
How much is a life worth?
Well, quite a lot, you know.
I can
but
give you a sum if you want to know what my life is worth.
My point exactly.
As you're discussing,
If we are going to build anything as a group, we're going to do it together.
she's part of the gemstones. We need to help her.
If you want
You
to
do what you want. I'm going. Dio starts walking.
Jojo, come on.
Nessus starts walking,
Please.
grabs Jojo by the collar again.
There we go. Problem solved.
do you need a roll for that, Josephine?
Yeah, I want to resist, but I have no strength. But I'm gonna resist anyways.
You can use acrobatics or athletics
I'll
to
use
resist.
acrobatics.
19.
19.
Again.
19.
22.
Yeah, so you just, wriggle your way out of the grip.
And I go, and I just look at everyone that's leaving for a minute. Because I assume everyone is leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not gonna go.
You fuck. And I'll walk.
Alright, so Saoirse, as the wolves are leading you away, they lead you up to the forest once again. And at the edge of the forest, you see Duncan in his human form. I can talk to you now. I missed you, Saoirse.
I feel fine again.
Yes,
Yes.
you are more or less in control.
Okay. I missed you too. What's happening? I talked with her, but I don't understand. How are you alive?
Some people call it a curse, but it was keeping me alive at the moment. There are paths to take after you're affected. And in some time, will only be in my animal form. But I want to share one last night with you as a human.
Wait, backtrack a little bit. Are you gonna permanently turn into a tiger? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yes,
Is that the path you chose?
that's the path I chose, yes. I'm on my way to join Mother. But there's one thing you need to know. If you don't claim a kill before the next full moon, you will die.
Like an animal?
A kill, yes.
Okay. I think this. I don't say it out loud, but I think this. Fucking Vermin King got it coming. Okay. I will try my best to make it happen.
You can join me now. And he beckons you to follow him into the forest. You're more or less safe.
Well, good enough.
I'll teach you the ways of a race as much as I can. But you must hunt. You must kill. You must kill soon. And the rest of you are trying to catch up. You're heading out into the wilds at night, looking for Saoirse. Not quite sure where she went, but you have a good idea, since you're heading in the direction of the forest, but you can't be certain. And I'll think we will leave it at that for now.
Evil.
Clearly the smart thing to do.
Mhm.
Obviously, for several reasons. Petition.
Whoa.
I cannot.
Yeah.
I simply cannot.
Hydra's not happy.
Oh my god.
She's so upset.
I have so many emotions inside this silly little body right now. I cannot even begin to express them. No, just no. Just I'm glad I stayed behind. Have fun.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's what heroes do.
Yeah. Not
It's
when you're
it's
selfish.
it's the complete opposite of what Dio would do in any other fucking circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought about it for like several minutes before, while I was fighting with you guys, if like I'm gonna stay behind. And it seemed like the Josephine thing to do.
Yeah, that I really like that you stayed behind. Yeah, it's true to character. It's cool.
Yeah, I didn't make that decision until Ailos has made his.
Yeah.
And now we get to ruin their couple moment, maybe. Or make it better, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, I mean,
If Ailos would have been sober, he would have been questioning it a lot more.
Fair.
But
And
Yeah.
being drunk and squabbling for time, the scent might be lost before we reach the forest. So we don't really know until next time, do we?
No, you don't.
Should we make a group name based on our stupid drunk decisions?
Yes.
I feel like that's sums up the
Unlikely
usual
drunk.
situations. What?
It's the second time
Unlikely
you.
drunk.
Unlikely drunk.
It's the second
Drunkards.
time you run out into the forest at night while drunk.
It's
Not gonna
Yeah.
be the last.
it went well the first time.
Definitely not
Yeah.
lost.
did it. Did it.
Yeah.
Hello, that
Experience
you are
speaks for
now the new
itself.
mom of the group.
Mm.
How do you feel about that,
It's
Jojo?
a pure selfish decision. I'm not even gonna lie. It's only based on the fact that I've known these people for 7 days. Ain't no way I'm risking my life to save this woman.
It comes from a different place.
Yeah, it's literally so selfish, and I cannot wait for the "you betrayed us" or "you're stupid," because yeah, I'm selfish like that.
Not to spoil anything, but I feel like Gigi is convinced that she just pretends that she's not coming, and she's secretly gonna sneak along because that's what she's doing. That's her thing. So she'll watch over us. She'll come and save us if we need it. Not that we'll need it, but
Everyone here needs therapy. Yeah.
Eh.
Therapy session? New group name? Maybe.
Yeah, chat seems to agree that everyone needs therapy. Yeah.
And I see that art of Duncan is coming on our Instagram story, so if you aren't following the Instagram, you should.
yes, nice.
Is it?
It is officially posted on the story though.